Today, I have a good one for you guys. Daredevil from Netflix versus Deathstroke from Titans. Two of the most skilled people in their universes. Who wins? Let's break down their stats and find out. Starting off with Daredevil, the man without fear. Matt Murdock was blinded by chemicals as a young boy. Although he lost his sight, all of his other senses were enhanced drastically. As Daredevil, Matt is cruel and ruthless towards criminals. Although he refuses to kill, Matt is not afraid to break bones or torture his targets to get what he's after, even if his targets are not criminals themselves. Due to his extremely violent nature as a vigilante, Matt realizes that he has the potential to become the very thing he hates, and takes care to never cross that line. But what about his powers and abilities? Through a combination of all his heightened senses, Daredevil is able to perceive the world around him through a radar-like sense. Daredevil's hearing is far sharper than a bat's hearing. Daredevil's hearing is so acute that he can tell whether people are lying or not based on the rate of their heartbeat. Daredevil is a highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant and martial artist. He incorporates American boxing with eskrima, tricking, kung fu, taekwondo, hapkido, jiu-jitsu, aikijutsu, krav maga, wrestling, street fighting, capoeira, and kickboxing. Daredevil is a top-tier acrobat, up there with the likes of Shang-Chi, Nightwing, Spider-Man, and very few others. Due to his superhuman hearing, Matt has excellent balance, giving him perfect equilibrium, increasing his agility and refining his movements. Thanks to his radar senses, it's pretty much impossible to sneak up on Daredevil. Now let's take a look at his gear. Matt wears a red leather protective suit as his superhero alter ego, Daredevil, to hide his identity from his enemies when he goes out fighting crime. It's not bulletproof or stab-proof, but it does appear to provide mild protection from minor impacts. Daredevil's weapon of choice is his billy clubs. It functions as a multi-purpose cane with different modes, such as 2 short sticks or a larger staff. He's strong enough to throw one of these into solid concrete. That's one tough hero. But what about his opponent? What about Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, the Terminator? Slade was one of the best soldiers ever seen, and that was before his special procedure. After it, all of his senses and skills were enhanced, along with the processing power of his brain. After this took place, Slade started taking contract work as a hitman and quickly rose to the best of the best. He's cunning, ruthless, efficient, and deadly. As Deathstroke, he carved his mark into the world, and now everyone fears his blade. But what about his powers and abilities? Slade possesses enhanced brain functions as he can process information at a faster rate and quickly adapt to a situation. This was seen during his fight with Nightwing and Starfire, where he changed his tactics to suit the fighter and the circumstances. He was also able to discern that his son was a metahuman. Slade possessed enhanced strength. This allowed him to break free from ropes around his hands, easily throw around fully grown adults with just one hand, and kick Dick Grayson through 2 wooden church pews. He was able to match his strength with powerhouses such as Starfire and Wonder Girl. Deathstroke also has durability roughly equal to his strength, as we've seen him take massive hits and be unharmed. Deathstroke also has enhanced reflexes and agility. Like a cat, he always seems able to land on his feet. Slade's senses were enhanced to superhuman levels. This was shown when he could hear Dick Grayson's heartbeat and breathing in the church, despite the latter being hidden from plain sight. His hearing is not quite as good as Daredevil's, but it's far beyond any regular human. Slade's overall fighting style seemed to be a mix of boxing, karate, taekwondo, krav maga, muay thai, judo, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kali, in addition to several ninjutsu disciplines. Again, very similar to what we see from Daredevil when he fights. Deathstroke is also a master at stealth. Slade was able to maneuver without making any sound, being able to kill a grown man without making the slightest sound to be detected. Lastly, he's a weapons specialist. He seems to have near-perfect aim with any firearms, along with total mastery of blades and explosives. Now let's take a look at his gear. Slade wore armor when operating as Deathstroke. It protected him from high-impact blunt force trauma and even Starfire's thermal blasts. The suit appears to be bulletproof based on the bullet dents on the armor. It also didn't impede his speed or agility and allowed him to carry numerous weapons and ammunition, which he could draw easily. Slade wielded a sword that resembled a customized katana, which he could split apart to reveal two swords. Slade carried a combat knife on his left thigh. He uses it in close quarters combat as seen during his fight with Donna Troy, managing to mortally wound her with it. Slade carried a retractable bow staff. One end had a retractable blade, allowing him to use it like a spear in close quarters combat or to throw it at his opponent. The other end had a hidden gun-like compartment. Slade carries multiple handguns and rifles on him as well. Slade used different types of grenades, such as hand grenades and flashbang grenades, against his opponents. That's about it for the character breakdown. Now, let's talk about who wins. This is a much closer matchup than I originally anticipated. Because of that, I think it'll be easier to list off every category they're equals in. I'd say they have about the same skill level in hand-to-hand combat. They also appear to be about even in the categories of speed, reaction time, stamina, intelligence, and stealth. Now for the vital information to determine a winner: their differences. Who is more durable? Well, they're essentially the same physically, so the real question is, whose suit is more durable? And I believe that one goes to Deathstroke's suit, which is bulletproof metal. Compare this with Daredevil's leather padding, and it's really no comparison at all. Who has the better awareness of their surroundings? Deathstroke was able to locate Nightwing in a church by listening to his heartbeat, and is rarely, if ever, caught off guard in Titans. But Daredevil? That man is on a whole nother level. His senses are basically to Slade what Slade's senses are to you watching right now. With that being said, now's a good time to compare weapons and tactics. Deathstroke takes the weapons category in spades, as he carries on him a sword, knives, flash and stun grenades, pistols, and a specialized bow staff. In the other corner, we have Daredevil and his custom billy clubs. But hey, it's not about the tool, it's how you use it. So how do they fight? Daredevil takes out opponents in an efficient yet brutal manner. Very good at breaking bones, but never willing to be lethal. Deathstroke delivers most of his killing blows in his first move, whether it be a sniper shot from a distance or a sword through your spine. When engaging an expecting, well-trained opponent, Slade systematically breaks them down and adapts on the fly. With all that being said, I feel like we have enough information to make our decision. The way I see it, this goes down one of two ways. Scenario 1. Daredevil takes out Deathstroke in the first few minutes with a combination of his radar sense, dodging ability, and clubs. Scenario 2. Deathstroke keeps the fight at a distance with guns, swords, and explosives while analyzing his opponent. With his enhanced battle mind, he figures out Matt is relying on senses other than sight and exploits it. Most likely with a flashbang followed by a kill shot. I mean, I could personally see it playing out either way, but if I had to bet everything I had on this, after watching hours and hours of the shows, I'm gonna have to pick Deathstroke to come out on top. This was a really close match, and I really enjoyed getting to imagine this fight going down. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you have any other versus battles you want me to cover, let me know. Thanks for watching.